Hello, beach friends. I hope you're ready to continue exploring Kais Island with me. But before we start, let's quickly recap our morning. I launched and paddled my kayak over to a sandbar that's only accessible by boat and found a couple of pretty sweet finds. But I was really itching to see what Kais Island was going to have, so I explored the sandbar for a few hours and then I got back in my kayak and paddled over to Kais Island. We've already found a few neat things here, and now we're going to continue beachcombing and see what we find. A little spoiler alert, we find something that's even more rare than a Junonia. So if you're ready to see a gorgeous island with a bunch of fabulous shells, let's go to the beach. Since we're going to jump right into the shelling, I really just kind of wanted to give you an idea of where we are and what the area looks like, and it's gorgeous. So we've already been here for a while, and it looks like we're going to start this little journey with a hinged spiny jewel box that is actually a little bit spiny and it's hinged, so that is an awesome find. And a lace murex. Now the shells that are up here on the shell piles are always going to seem a little bit duller because they are dry. The wetter shells tend to really kind of see the more vibrant colors, but that's still a very lovely lace murex. And this is a little top snail. And then this half-buried beauty is a lettered olive. Still nice and lettery and a little bit shiny, so a little top snail and a lettered olive. Ooh, another hinged spiny jewel box. And weird, this one also has a little bit of beach stuff on it. Beautiful purple interior on this other hinged spiny jewel box. Pretty cool. All right, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. So it looks like this little, so that is a Florida fighting conch, extremely common, but the juveniles just have the most fantastic patterns. They're sometimes solid or striped or half striped. They're just really, really beautiful. I can't resist some juvenile Florida fighting conchs. And then here's just another quick view. It is so pretty here. I wish I could show you the ocean and the shells at the same time, but unfortunately I have to pick one or the other. And right here we have a banded tulip and a lace murex. The lace murex has got a whole bunch of stuff on it, but I'll clean it up. This is a critter. So that is a live cloudy periwinkle. Typically I find them stuck to really more woody lump things that look like this. So tree stumps, branches and whatnot. And there's a whole bunch of other little cloudy periwinkles in there, so I return that little friend to hang out with his buddies until the tide comes in and they can just kind of migrate somewhere else. And here we have a tiny little button snail. They get so big, and it's weird, I always find them like that size, never bigger. They don't get bigger, and I rarely find them smaller. So that's your old button snail. And here we have a banded tulip. Yep, they are pretty ubiquitous down here. Yay, because I do like me a good tulip. Oh, no way, another. Yeah, I'm kind of in the muck here, but hey, if that's where the shells are, that's where you'll find me. So that was a little bit of a dirty hinged spiny jewel box. What other kind of shells are poking out? All right, half of a lace murex. We'll leave that, but we got this spiny jewel box. Let's just wash it off. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Color isn't great, but it's still a hinged spiny jewel box, so I'm gonna keep it. Oh, the Sunray Venus clamshell. Do like me a good Sunray Venus clamshell as well. See? So that is another juvenile Florida fighting conch. I just love the patterns. So very cool. I'm hoping one of these days I'll get one of those pink ones. One of these days. All right, a buried banded tulip. I seem pretty persistent. I was going to get that shell. I can see why. It's kind of pretty. It's got a little bit of sheen to it. Nice aperture. A lovely banded tulip. Ta-da! And another. Looks like and another. Now they are here, and I collect them because they're not as ubiquitous in other places that I go shelling. So if I do see me a bunch of good banded tulips, well, I'm probably going to get them because at the other islands, I don't find them as much. So that one's, I'm not going to keep that one. I have ones that are almost perfect. We'll just leave that. But this one, all right, that's going to pass the muster. It's got a couple of more banded tulips. Oh, and a cone. Very cool. A little Florida cone. Do love the cones. And that is a little Florida one. Really hard to find. Like perfectly intact. So that's that first one. I found another one. They're always just a little bit beat up, but I still love them. I just love them. And there's another one. So that's another Florida cone with some beach stuff. And a lettered olive, which almost never has beach stuff on it, really. They're either just kind of beach worn. Oh, a little jasper cone, or they're beautiful and shiny, which is why I like them. What else? Looks like I stumbled upon some little ones. All right, that is another juvenile Florida fighting conch. And that is is that a rib cantharus, or is that one of the drills? That's one of the other. Once they get a little bit worn down. All right, so that is a tinted cantharus. It had a little something in it, so that's going to need to stay here at the beach, but those other ones I can keep. And a nutmeg. All right, cool. Very pointy nutmeg. I had found an albino one on one of my trips, which was pretty cool, but that's just your common nutmeg. Oh, yeah. I'm in heaven. The messier, the better. Looks like I'm going to try to unearth this other banded tulip. Yep, it's a keeper. And what else? All right, a lettered olive. Beautiful, shiny olive. And another juvenile. That's a juvenile Florida fighting conch. All right, I'm not quite done here. I'll just set that down because right now there's nobody around. Now check that out. So that is an apple murex, but the color is really unusual. It's very, very purple. Now, typically they can be dark, but not that purple color. I'm going to wash it off and show you in just a sec. I'm not quite done picking up shells yet. All right, another little banded tulip. And another, definitely not keeping that one for sure. On a different day, I might, but not today. Another awesome little lace murex. Excellent. What other little fun half-buried things are here? Okay, another very slippery banded tulip. Yep, it'll pass. Very cool. All right, anything else I see here? I mean, there's all sorts of stuff here, really. There's a little lightning whelk. A little auger, maybe? Yep, little auger. And so I'm just scanning it. I just love it. So here is that purplish apple murex. I just thought that was really unusual. Yep, really cool purplish apple murex. Awesome. Okay, so here's another apple murex, and this is what a little bit more. I mean, sometimes they're a little bit more brown than others, but they're tan, they're brown, not really that purple color. So the other one was really kind of cool. All right, and I see a piece of a pear whelk. Unfortunately, the rest of the shell is not attached, but that's too bad. That would have been a nice one. But I really can't complain. There's so many other goodies here. All right, that is another lightning whelk. And what other, yeah, just kind of a little broken. You never know though. Sometimes only a piece will be revealed. So that is a colorful moon snail, a little green. And that is okay. Another one of those banded tulips. Yep, empty, safe. That's a keeper. Now here I wanted to see if you can see what I see. So it's, I know the lighting isn't great, but I saw a piece of an apple murex kind of poking through the sand. So I try, kind of help you out. That's sometimes how I find this stuff. It's only going to be a piece that's revealed sometimes. We got ourselves another cone. Let's see, it's an, okay. I think that's a keeper. Yep, yet another banded tulip. Awesome. No shortage. Oh, I saw something else. I'm going to get it. Don't worry. So that's a juvenile Florida fighting conch. And then another hinged spiny jewel box. Very, very cool. And while I'm here, might as well get that real pretty juvenile Florida fighting conch too. All right. I can't even see what I see. Oh, a lightning whelk. Oh, a bendy lightning whelk. Yeah, that one's a little bit, that you would almost classify as a freak. It's just a little bit freakish. So that bottom part should be a lot straighter, but it's a little bit bendy. So I'm going to keep it because that makes it a weirdo. And then that is a banded tulip. Nothing weird about that. Just a pretty shell. And a piece of an angel wing. Yeah, just a piece. Womp womp. Oh, well, this looks promising. All right, let's see. Check this out. All right, so this is a Florida cone. Now, I didn't know that when I picked it up because it was so very yellow. And apparently when these snails are freshly dead, they will have that yellow color. And I didn't know it at the time. And I didn't really know what it was. So I was super psyched over this little bit yellowish cone. It's a hot mess, but don't worry. We're going to clean it up at the very, very end of the video. So stick with me. We'll see what that cleans up like. And don't worry, we got a couple other really cool things to find. All right, another banded tulip. Pack full of dirt. Awesome. That's not going to be hard to clean at all. And I'm going to dig out this other one. And since this video, I have purchased a little foldable shovel. I didn't have it at the time, but moving forward, I will have a little shovel that'll kind of help me out. Another little cone. Excellent. This is not a clean day for sure. It is muddy. It is sandy. It is so fun. All right, now can you see it? Now, it's a Gaudy Nautica. And it's only a piece. And it's so funny that with all this kind of jumbled mess, it's still totally stuck out to me. I'm curious, do you see it? Because I'm going to let the video go in just a second and I will show you. Not that, that's the banded tulip. And yep, there it is. That is the piece that I saw. And the color was just so beautiful. Yep, I would have passed out. It was just so fun to find that absolutely stunning Gaudy Nautica. And look at that one. The color's okay, so that's also a Gaudy, but it is nothing compared to that one. That is just gorgeous. Super, super happy with that find. But I'm here on an island and I'm just going to keep picking up shells. No slowing me down. Maybe 30 seconds and I'm going to get right back to it. So I got more banded tulips. Excellent. A little piece I'm not going to keep. Okay, cool. So I can only imagine what is underneath this. Maybe in the summer I'll find out. We shall see. But today I'm going for the stuff that's pretty much on top and only half buried. And that half-buried lace murex looks like it'll clean up real nice. All right, what else am I going to try to unearth? Okay, just a piece of a beat up, like, well, I just want to show you. Yeah, it's kind of broken. I'm going to leave that. Another moon snail. Yep, another colorful moon snail. Again, the green, no problem. Bleach will take care of that. Oh, very psyched with that gaudy. Awesome. All right, another lace. And it's crazy. I know I've said this before, but even finding one or two lace murex on the same day is pretty cool. To come here and find this many, it is so fun. And the backdrop to what I'm doing is just beautiful. So kind of showing you what I'm dealing with. It's kind of a muddy, sandy mix, but that's where the shells are right now. Right, here's a letter dot. I was really kind of hoping. It's real light on the one side. It's got a little bit of sheen. I don't know that I'll keep it, but this I will. I can't, but again, another awesome hinged spiny jewel box. Yay! Oh, see a little orange. Make sure that's empty just in case. You're pretty safe if you're up here away from the water, but you should always just check. So that is a little horse conch. And that is another apple murex. Now I'll show you. Let's just wash this off a little bit. I'll show you. The color kind of pops a little bit more. See, that's again, not like that purple one. Sometimes on the interior they'll have purple. Still, that was a pretty shell. All right, we're going to pause here just a second because I want to set this up because this is the coolest shell I have ever found. I didn't know what it was at the time. I had never seen it before, so I was definitely keeping it, but I didn't know what I had found until I got home and did some research. So I see this gorgeous thing on the beach and I'm like, wow, what is this? Obviously, it's a cone, and maybe it's a Sozone's cone. I mean, there are a whole bunch of cones and a lot I haven't found yet. But as it turns out, this is a golden banded alphabet cone, or a golden banded cone. Super rare, even more rare than the Junonia. So you can't even barely find, you can't buy them online. It doesn't exist. And someone has already sent me if I want to sell it, I can reach out to them. But that, my friends, is now my prized golden banded cone. I don't know if technically it's golden since it was so dark. Maybe that makes it even more rare. Oh, so happy. And I'm still finding shells. So that is a lace murex. Here is a little jasper cone. And here it looks like another murex. Another lace with its little nose popping out. Oh, there's just fantastic goodies everywhere. Another little nutmeg. All right, good. And a great variety too. Like a little bit of everything, which is so fun. Nope, that's just a top. And I can't seem to hold on to it. I just wanted to show you. Just a little top of some sort of lovely little orange shell. Now, I am having myself such a wonderful time, but we have been looking down a lot. So I think it's time to go for a little walk and let you have some beach time. Kais truly is a really, really special island. Another little drill. And look, there's a little tiny hermit crab. You see him right there? He's just kind of wandering around. So I'm just gonna, there he is. I'm gonna kind of shell around him or her. See what else is here. All right, a mauve-mouthed drill. That's easy enough to see because it has a mauve interior and it is alive, so we're gonna leave it. Another little apple murex. Another little top snail. I think that's a lace. Yep, there is a little lace murex. And that cute little hermit crab. Bye, buddy. So there's all of these wonderful little pockets of goodies to kind of look through. Here we have about half of an apple murex. Womp womp. All right, I see a really white. Is this an albino? Nah, it's got a little color on it. So that is just a lace murex, you know, just a lace murex. And a couple more pieces. It's strange that the shells here were all kind of beat up. And I just so want to be in the water, but Kais just is not that kind of island. You're really going to be up on the beach, but maybe you'll score something like that if you get close to the water, just maybe. And check this little fun thing out. Now, I'm not exactly sure. I think this is a hermit crab anemone, but it's a squishy little creature of sorts. Yeah, I think that's what it is. These things are actually really hard to kind of research. So we're going to put that, what I think is a hermit crab anemone. All right, put that back in the little water. Wait for the tide to come in. And while I'm here, sure, we'll grab a couple more banded tulips. What the heck? Do you see it? Oh, look at the color on that. So that, my friends, is a true tulip. I've never found one that big or even close to anything that spectacular in color. Smaller ones, yes. For me, this is actually quite big. They get a lot bigger than this, but I am just tickled with this gorgeous true tulip. I mean, look at that. Just awesome. Kais has been so good to me. I was hoping that was an albino, but it's just a very light one. Especially you can tell when you put it next to a regular kind of colored lettered olive. Yeah, it's just very light. Oh, do you see what I see? Check this little beauty out. So that is another really spectacularly colored gaudy nautica or colored moon snail. Oh, it's so pretty. Yay! I'm having so much fun. All right, here is another Florida cone. Got a little bit of beach stuff, but it's still a cone, so I'm going to keep it. And it was right there, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that lettered olive also while I'm at it. What do I see? Oh, look at that Florida cone. Oh, that's gorgeous. Now, I was getting kind of quick here because another tour kind of came upon me. So now there's other people here at this point. So I'm like panicked because I've had the whole island to myself and now I have to share this beautiful island. And that's fine. There's plenty of shells to go around, but since I'm here and I found this awesome little pocket, I figured I'm just gonna kind of grab a couple things. So I did get a little grabby. Got some murexes and another banded tulip. That first cone though was a great day for cones. It was a great day for shells. In general, I truly am having the best time. And I found this little pocket here where the waves were kind of coming in, pushing the shells around. I just thought that was really pretty. So I wanted to just kind of throw it in the video, especially since we're not really shelling in the water. All right, so that was our little glimpse at some shells in the water. It looks like I found a little something something. So that is another juvenile Florida fighting conch. Very beautiful little shell. Now that's one of the women who stayed back. There was like a little group of people and she kind of sat on that shell pile, kind of shelling away. And I'm still kind of trying to see what I can find over here, of course, close to the water. It's just so pretty. So I'm not too far from the water. This is kind of where the shells are. I just want to show you this shell pile because I wanted to go take a peek and, uh-oh, that lady who was sitting here missed one. There it is, a big old shark eye. Oh, that's awesome. Of course, I scratch my head and I go, how did you miss it? How? But I don't know what people are looking for, or, if they're really quote unquote trained in looking for shells. So I guess in my case, practice paid off. Oh, look at this Florida fighting conch. So it's kind of orange. I'm not worried about the beach stuff, not at all. And then that's got a pattern. Oh, yeah, yep. Love that Florida fighting conch. I'm just kind of giving you an establishing shot, just kind of letting you know the water is right there. I can't show you that and the shells, so let's just concentrate on the shells. All right, looks like we got lightning whelk that I am going to leave here for the hermit crabs or another sheller. Kind of scan just to make sure there's no fabulous cones hanging out here. All right, another banded tulip. What do we got? Okay, a Paul Newman shark eye. Yep, that is a little Paul Newman shark eye. Awesome. And I was going for texture amongst all the color, and I found this lovely lace murex. Oh, it's really pretty. It's got nice frills on it. It doesn't have all that beach gunk on it, so we can really kind of see the shell. Very, very pretty. All right, and here's another piece of a gaudy. What do we got? Oh, look at the size. That's a much bigger than some of the other ones. Oh, let's rinse that guy off. We're close enough to the water. Oh, it's so pretty now. It does look like it had to repair itself at some point, that little kind of divot in the shell. Beautiful. Now, I will wholeheartedly admit it is not easy getting my kayak down here, and it is a lot of effort for possibly a shellless day, but I have never had a bad day at the beach, and I am so, so grateful that I can share these beautiful locations with you. Now, the women on the shell tour remarked that they didn't know what to look for, and it really kind of make me think about the hierarchy of shells, and that there's some that are desirable, but you know what? If you find something and you think it's pretty, just keep it. There's no wrong way or right way to go shelling. If you like it, just keep it. Like this cone, this Florida cone. I'm definitely going to keep that as well. And man, I am just on this crazy shell high, for lack of a better term, because I've just found the most amazing things, and it is just the most beautiful location. I just love it. So this is Kais Island. You can only get here by boat, so you will need to book a tour or get yourself a kayak. Holy cow. Another really pretty one. I'm still thinking that other one I was going gaga. Oh, that one's got really pretty purple on the inside. I still do think that other one, though, is, believe it or not, better than that. I don't know how, but yeah. And then I just wanted to show you. So it's really beautiful, and the water is just these different iridescent colors of blue, and then the sun comes out, and it just turns that aqua color. And it really is so pretty. You can stick me here every single day for the rest of my life, and I still would think it is absolutely gorgeous. I am so lucky. So that's going to wrap up our day. We have some shells to clean and shells to look at, don't we? So these are the shells that are not going to be in the next shot. I always kind of give you a shot and show you all the stuff we found. Didn't all fit. So we're going to go with just these. So last week, in the part one, we found those sand dollars. I did get a bunch of those minis and put it in that big cockle. I think it's so pretty. The big shark eyes, some jingles, lots of cool spiny jewel boxes, the lightning whelk, sunray Venus, scallops, lettered olives, some of the Florida fighting conchs. Some of those juveniles are so pretty. A bunch of the murex. We got lace, and then we move into the apple murex. We got a bunch of those banded tulips. And now we're moving into my favorite stuff. So we got that couple of beautiful gaudies. I do like the ribcanthus. And that cool last week we got that Sanibel turret, a couple of those alphabet cones. I really like that purple murex, and then the cones and that tulip. So let's do a little cleaning and let's talk a little bit more about the cones. So at any given time, I always have work. All right, to be fair, I really do call it playing with my shells. Speaking of which, let's take a quick look at that gorgeous banded cone. I am so psyched with that. We'll come back to that in just a second because I was excited about cleaning this one. And again, didn't really know what it was at the time. Turns out it's only a Florida cone, but that's okay. I'm going to show you what just a couple of seconds with a dental pick will do. Ta-da! So it is a little broken, but I do love the color and I still think it's kind of special. So still kind of psyched with that Florida cone. But to be fair, I'm definitely not as psyched as the banded cone. So I had no idea. So this is an alphabet cone and the animal just kind of made the weird markings instead of doing it in spot patterns. It just kind of made bands and it is very, very, very unusual. You will find more Junnonias than you will find these. And I'm just so tickled. It's so rare. I didn't even know they existed. So it has been a real learning experience for me, and I am just thrilled that I was able to share it with you. So thank you so much for coming along with me, Patreons. I hope you know how much I appreciate and love you, and I just can't say thank you enough to everybody for all your comments, all your love, coming along with me. I really appreciate it. So next week, I did another take one for the team. I froze my tail off, but I wanted to be out there first thing at low tide. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And I do see a whole bunch of really cool critters. We're going to find some great shells. You have yourself a great week, and I will see you again next Sunday.